Hey all, welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. Today we're literally shoving a little girl into the haunted sequence now.
Get in there.
You monster.
I thought you were just talking about me.
Get in now. Get inside that crypt.
Oh, okay.
Get in the crypt.
And there you go.
Get in the crypt, Shinji.
So, just get in the damn crypt. Yeah. So now that we're getting further and further into this, I mean, this has been this has still been a very interesting ride, and
I mean, no, not many other Let's Players would be daring to even bother with a 100% playthrough of Donkey Kong 64, let alone a commentary.
I'm trying to think if did NCS ever do DK64?
I think he did. I know Chugga Conroy did, I think.
I wouldn't put it past Chugga to do it, considering what else he's done. Looks at Xenoblade.
I don't think Chugga's ever done any of the DK games, no.
Oh.
Huh.
To be fair, Chugga did Xenoblade because it's literally his favorite game of all time.
I mean, that's also fair.
Oh boy. And I still love that juxtaposition where it's like, it was right around the time, like, Runaway guys were still in their youth. They were doing, like, a live stream of Super Mario RPG, and he was talking about, like, how, like, lengthy it is to, like, set up recordings for RPGs, and he mentioned, slightly verbatim, that's why I'm never gonna do Xenoblade Chronicles, because it's too long of a game. And then, eventually, he not only did that, but, is he still in the middle of doing 2?
Maybe? I'm not exactly sure.
By the way, this sequence is awkward.
Yes, it is, because the camera is not exactly on your side, and as you're seeing, you need to like go around the fingertips and stuff.
Yeah, no, the fingers do have their own hitbox, which we'll get in Tiny's way.
Right. Oh, jeez. Again, thank God for no lives counting.
Yeah, thank goodness. I think this was just after Banjo-Kazooie, mind you, which did have a live system.
Yeah.
Oh.
2E didn't have lives either, did it?
2E did not.
Okay.
I mean, that was by the point where they realized that for a game like this, it's probably not really necessary.
No, not really.
So, that being said...
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. And actually, now's a good time for me to actually cross that gap I literally passed by his DK a while back.
Finally! So, yeah, and again, so I do appreciate that for the most part, you know, barring some switches that need to be pressed. For the most part, it has been just a simple, you know, all Kong run. Like, everything is sectioned off pretty nicely.
You know, while we're still here, I guess I'll ask this question. Have you guys ever tried to balance anything on your fingertip?
I mean,
Yes. I'm actually quite good at it.
paper plates, fidget spinner that one time. Yeah, but not like, I mean, I can never figure out how they do basketballs and stuff like that.
There's like a very specific rhythm to it. God forbid you were the kind that literally tried to do that with a turtle.
Yeah. Okay, fun fact of the day. Don't do that with turtles.
Yeah, no, don't.
I mean, yeah, no, those shells are more than just a covering. Like, that is actually a part of their biology.
Right. Don't. Actually, yeah. So it's like, so it is something where it's like they're like some of their muscles are outright connected to the shell or something, right? Like everything that Koopa's taught me is not true. They cannot just take the shell off and walk elsewhere.
The ironic thing is, Bowser's actually the most accurate to turtle anatomy than even the Koopa Troopas.
Right. He can't take that shell off. However, as somebody did point out to me the other day, and I don't like, I'm gonna ruin Mario Odyssey for you. Are you ready?
Oh boy.
Yes.
How did Bowser put on his suit and jacket or whatever for being into the wedding?
Good question. I mean, that would just chalk up to typical Koopa black magic.
True. He just reaches out to Kamek, and Kamek's like, "Yes, Master. What devious curse do you wish for me to place on the Mario?
I want a suit!
Just a suit.
Give me a goddamn suit right now!
Okay, you're the boss.
Okay, just hold your hands up. Just hold your arms out like this. We'll get measurements, and it just keeps it going
Like this?
By the way, I do believe this is... It's not every day you can say you literally spend like a few minutes inside a trash can.
In a rare game, honestly, this is just at this point, I just need a punch card now, and I can get a free sub on my next visit.
That's another one on the list of things I would never expect in a 3D platformer.
They do this. They did this like, I know they did it in 2E. I know they do it now here, and I think they do it in. No. What do they do in Conquer? I think they send you to like a water processing plant or something.
Yes, they do.
That's right. Because I remember. Yeah, best of luck on that. That was one of my least favorite sections, is when you have to aim those knives to hit all of the electrical wires.
There's that, and don't even get me started on the goddamn Soprano. And I'm not even just talking about this Great Mighty Pooh bit, but also like the thing that happens afterwards, where you literally gotta be really careful with those meat grinders.
I know. Oh, jeez. I think we talked about this. I'm still so baffled by what was Conker's intended audience, because it has way too many cheesy pop culture gags for the average gamer to average gamer for the typical person who's just gonna be into all that, and then for people who just want to see a funny riffing parody comedy, I think there are elements of Conker's Bad Fur Day which are actually some of the hardest challenges Rare has ever expected of people to do.
Be it intentional and otherwise. But yeah, sorry about that. I just had to take care of some stuff in the kitchen.
Ah, you
you're
cooking
fine.
up something good?
Well, more so I was helping put up some leftovers, but Granny did get me a box of Skittles.
Ooh, nice.
Aw.
She makes
I'm
Skittles?
hungry for Skittles.
No, they were just some leftovers she has.
Okay.
Where is this taking us? What the?
We're
These are
literally
double-
all the way out here. And actually in an area that Chunka will be coming through later.
Right, okay, is that also? No. 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 No.
That's
Come on.
right, work it!
Was that?
Very finicky, this little flutterer. But I'm actually going back to Conker real quick. I mean, say what you will about it, but its intended audience sort of thing. I'd still argue it's one of the most underrated masterpieces of the N64 era,
I think
or
so.
just that era of gaming in general.
And
And in all fairness, I can sort of understand why they went the route they did, considering what was supposed to be beforehand.
right, and I do still, and I will still, and I have to keep reminding myself that Nintendo at the time had bigger balls than Microsoft did in terms of how much they could get away with the censors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it
'Cause,
did come at the cost of Nintendo saying, "We're not going to publish this game for you, nerds. You're going to have to do it yourself."
Really? So
Yeah.
they had to pony up all the publishing funds.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess
Not
that
to mention
explains-
all the advertising. Even though I remember seeing it once or twice on Nintendo Power, even though I don't think they've really shown off any of the naughty bits for obvious reasons.
No, of course.
But it's one of those cases where a part of me can understand why it was kind of overlooked back in the day. But granted, I was a dumb kid that actually did. I mean, I had to convince my mother about it that I wanted to give this game a shot, and I knew what to expect from it. But I was still able to play it back in my childhood.
Did your mom ever see actual footage of you? What did you ever actually watch you while you were playing it?
She
to
might have
see.
seen me play it once or twice, but otherwise, she was trusting enough at the time.
Okay. Also, oh yeah, by the way, RC car time.
Yep. This time we're actually racing him on a full-on track. No more of that slot car shenanigans from Frantic Factory.
You got this. And the other thing is that we'll swap the conversation over to that then. What were your guys? I first saw Conker's Bad Fur Day because of a cutscene or two, and then I decided to watch a whole Let's Play from someone who I unfortunately cannot remember their name. But that was I did not actually get my hands and play the game until years later. What were your guys' exposure and/or reactions to Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Well, I was already familiar with Conker thanks to Diddy Kong Racing, so when I saw that his game was briefly advertised on Nintendo Power, I was like, oh hey, I recognize that little squirrel character. Wonder what kind of game it is. And then I saw I saw it at my local Blockbuster, and it was like,
Oh boy.
wait. And I think even my mom knows it's rated M, and it's like, are you sure you should be playing this?
How about you, Hype? Those aren't good toys at all.
What's funny is that I've always been aware of, maybe not of every detail, but I've always been aware of some of the details of Conker's Bad Fur Day, because I remember seeing the box art and hearing certain things. It wasn't until years later where I just out of just pure curiosity started looking up cutscenes and gameplay footage of it and whatnot, and it's I'm still kind of on that opinion where it's actually, I feel like this is probably something I should say for when we actually cover the game.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, because like I said, I do still plan on doing that game for the channel at one point or another, and I know Celie would be very sad if she wasn't there to experience it with us.
Yeah.
It's a trip. But hey, with that, Tiny is almost done. We just need the banana.
Can I at
Matt.
least mention mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
I mean, like,
Go right ahead.
just like, yeah, your whole thing with that.
So I knew about Conquer for years and all that, and I never played the game. However, I did, like when I got the, I did eventually buy the game, like an actual original copy, and play through it. It's okay. It's not bad.
I do think there were parts of it that I think were ahead of its time, like how they tried to do like the whole like behind the back like shooter sections in the the not Nazi camp.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And dear, how about you?
Done.
I think I already talked about Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's one of the games I wanted to try to play. Oh, ow.
Okay.
Now I will say it was around there where I was gonna stop my initial recording, but I decided to go ahead and just splice that in with Chunky's bit, because otherwise I think it was either going to be this part or the part beforehand that would have been a little too long for its own sake.
Right, and here it's been 11 minutes by itself, and more pressure plates.
Okay, so I was lying. There were actually 3 points in the game where they expect you to use the sniper scope.
Uh-oh, you got home and round, sucker.
Yes, well, thankfully there's no enemies in sight.
No, we just need to work on our aim is all. And done.
Yay!
Yay.
And before we do go through there, there's also this balloon that's literally just went into the ether.
That's like a jump scare balloon. Look at it. And...
Where'd it go?
Where'd balloon go?
Oh,
Oh
Chunky's scared! Chunky's scared!
you got
Chunky gotta go hide in barrel! Or
I'm
kill it, but
guessing-
first, Chunky kill balloon!
I'm guessing DK64 tried to, like, horrorize Balloon's way before it did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, no, it came before DK64.
Oh yeah, like decades, or at least the book. I don't know if when did the Pennywise?
Oh,
when did
come
the
on!
what? When did the Tim Curry? What was that? The 80s or 70s?
That was like the early 90s.
Oh.
nice. Okay.
All right, with that said, let's see what Chunky has to go through after all that trouble.
Hopefully, a nice, relaxing jaunting.
Oh!
Not again!
Bad
ran
luck,
for the-
Chuck.
What I'm talking about? Now wait for me!
Devil
Yeah,
Damon,
there you
I
go,
just realized
Goofy.
what the audio was from.
Oh, I
heard
just heard that too. Oh.
What the? What the?
This was my fucking frustration after 30 plus minutes of that shit.
Well, we had another technical difficulties moment with James.
You were on that for 30 minutes. That third round.
Yeah, I had the absolute worst fucking luck during that run, and I have no shame in literally admitting it all because I don't want to submit you all to the torture.
I mean,
Damn.
again, it's the exact same, just either with a shorter time limit, having to do more of it, and again, just clunky collision.
Yes, it sucks, and I'm kind of grateful that that's the very last one we have to worry about. And
Sad. Sad. That would be probably one of my least favorite aspects of this game, which means it's all smooth sailing from here, I think.
Oh yeah, no. By this going forward, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Oh,
So,
Chunky not sure if he should take that or not.
Well, gee.
oh.
Okay, this is actually worth it because I actually get to shoot the damn thing.
Yay! Time to kill.
I mean, honestly, out of context, that would seem kind of cruel. But then again, this thing is owned by Rool.
Yeah, no, that's
That would be
about
pretty
seems right.
cool.
Hey, nice.
So yeah, I don't think we've actually talked about this minigame at all throughout the various times we saw it. But basically, just gotta shoot a melon at the thing, and the big trick here is that you kind of want to shoot ahead of it.
Okay. He does it.
And actually, now that I think about it, it sort of reminds me of this one micro game from WarioWare where you're literally hovering a spotlight all on Wario before he gets away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just immediately. That's like the one other thing that comes to mind when I see such a scenario.
Right. No, I see what you're saying there. But yeah, as we are no Chunky.
Chunky full on melons.
But Chunky, you don't even like girls.
God damn.
Done. Silly. Uh-oh.
What are girls?
Okay.
Chunky buddy, let me tell you about something called the birds and the bees. Chunky heard that one before, don't want to hear no more.
Again. Who told you? And then it just everyone looks at Lanky Kong.
Cranky Kong!
And I was like,
No, what am I saying? It was Funky Kong. Funky Kong.
Funky
Oh,
Kong
yeah,
would have been the one.
No,
I would
no,
love...
no. I just imagine Cranky just did it, but in the worst way possible. Like, just, look, I'm going to tell you this shit, and you're going to listen, alright?
Wow.
Chunky want to go home.
No, he would just
Go
be
ahead.
incredibly blunt about it, is all. Like, no subtext. It'd be like, you see, one day me and Wrinkly Kong will we.
La 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 la, Chunky don't want to hear it.
And then...
Like a volcano!
I also like to imagine he's so jaded by it. By the time they like actually ask him in his later years, he's like, "Love is a heap of bull crap that's gonna leave you having to." Like, he just he's so ticked off.
Love is
Oh
bullshit.
jeez! Freaking these
just
spooky
kidding.
dudes.
But my aim is getting better.
Let me tell you about my first love. She was a sweet young woman. Had the bust of a fucking ox, let me tell you that much.
Had nice long black hair, a gorgeous red dress, and we would have been together forever if some dumb plumber wouldn't get in the way.
Every time.
Every time.
You know, I always do wonder how the heck he seems to never age, yet I'm literally this old fogey.
Yeah. What gives?
Ah!
Nice. There you go.
Chunky, you scared Chunky.
Actually, can
Good
somebody
job.
check the lifespan of a gorilla, see if that is the case?
I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah. Do it. Also, what are we doing with this big boulder today?
Use it as a pressure plate.
Oh. Okay. I mean, makes sense.
The
Oh wait, on the
lifespan
pressure
of-
plate anyway.
The lifespan of an average gorilla is 35 to 40 years.
Oh.
So about half the usual expectancy of a human being.
Which actually, now that I think about it, DK's pretty much in his twilight years, if that's the case.
I mean,
Here.
Mario's like what, 20 something now?
Yeah, technically he's always and forever in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
They outright
yeah.
confirmed that.
Which I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Also, during the sequence here, bats will randomly respawn from the like out of nowhere to literally hurt the poor chunk.
Jeez. Okay, let's get out of here quickly then. All right, that's all our bananas. Cool. We're almost done with this place, and then we can leave for.
Now Chunky invisible
Ooh.
to you all.
Oh, and I just now forgot. We actually have one of the silliest bosses left.
Still one of my favorite concepts, really.
It's very like only Rare would do this kind of thing. I feel. Either that or Splosion Man.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, it's honestly one of the more... Honestly, I'm not sure how to really compare it to the other bosses in this game, but it is definitely an interesting idea.
Okay. Okay.
Which, speaking of which, I do believe... Actually, where is Chunky going anyway? Chunky going home!
You guys can do this without Chunky. I think you're trying to find
Oh,
Snides.
I remember now. I'm going to Snides. That's
there
right.
it
I
is.
got it. I got to deliver all the. Actually, I want to say I got all the other blueprints.
Yep, so now it's just time for one last big haul and see how Snide is going to try and... There we go. Try and see how Snide's going to kill us. You literally do not need those ever again.
Yeah, no,
James.
like I've bought everything now.
I don't know what you do, why you do... Oh,
Whoa.
hey,
You shrunk.
I was about to say, now he's Diddy.
Chunky, that dire program I thought you really works. Okay, so... But unfortunately, with the press of this button, we have to now send this boat along a path in order...
Now pretend that button that was just pushed there was literally Ursula.
Oh my god, you're right. Holy crap. Just...
Ah!
Anyway,
Ah.
it's the way Prince Eric kills her. Which in the
yeah.
sequel when they bring back somebody for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that was her sister.
Oh!
Her sister. What?
Oh.
I'm missing one.
Oh, but that's on Kong Island.
Yeah, the last one, coincidentally, would be DK's.
Well, I
But
mean,
that's a story for another time.
it's poetic enough. Anyway, welcome everybody to the last time we get to see these schmucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
I certainly will miss them.
I'm not listening to them.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss
names.
those. I'm not going to miss these guys.
They ain't exactly
And them and their
household names.
nipple piercings.
I don't know why they have those. I don't know why somebody had to like go into detail like, honey, what'd you do at work today? Oh, I gave nipple rings to a hippo.
What?
Epic.
I mean, if it wasn't obvious enough, at least one of the art directors in Rare had a bit of a fetish. This is it.
Yeah, fair enough.
They push the. They like pushing limits. Same with that one French company that does all the weird animations.
Which French company are we talking about?
The one that did
Moonscope?
Totally Spies, Amazing Spies, and they did another show.
Oh,
somewhere. I forget what
that
the show
French
was.
company. Yeah, with the
Right,
weird
I forgot their
finishes.
name.
Yes.
I thought you said it was Italian.
No.
I thought it was Canadian.
No. Oh, it
No,
is
I do not believe
Canadian.
it's Canadian.
Yeah, it's Canadian.
I don't think it's Canadian. Maybe
Well, I
it's
Let me look it up.
Canadian.
Let me look it up.
It's a
Thank
whole
you.
lot of things, folks.
It's a
Bizarre.
Canadian French animated series.
I know it, but okay.
Actually, it's funny because I do believe that Donkey Kong Country, the animated series, was also a French-Canadian production.
Well, let me look
Yes,
it
it
up.
was.
I always thought it was by Deke,
Donkey.
or that
No,
Deke
that
published
was,
it.
no, it was the animators that also made Sam and Max.
Oh my god, huh?
Or I know it's it was a distributor anyway.
Teletoon. Oh wait, no.
Teletoon,
Yeah.
that's it. What the hell was that?
She was bouncing in orange.
With
Donkey Kong
what?
Country.
Anyway, it's Lanky Kong's turn.
He's gonna deliver the last of the bananas to this fat
Yeah,
bastard.
it was from Canada.
Okay, all right then. Well, with that said, everybody, welcome
Another.
to the last little penultimate boss.
Damn.
Honestly, wouldn't it be some shit if these guys somehow ended up being that boss? I mean, they don't exactly look benevolent. Well, okay, maybe the hippo, but the pig kind of looks evil.
It's the eyes. The hippo looks like a victim of circumstance.
Yeah, he really is. So, for some reason, they make Lanky the star of this here boss fight. Though, I will say this much, this is actually a boss that all the Kongs can be involved in.
Right, because, I mean, as you're about to see, this doesn't really require any special moves. Anyway, our boss, Matt, you've made it just in time for the finale.
Oh,
We're fighting the top
Yes.
gator himself. The king.
wouldn't it be stupid if it was like a cardboard cutout or something? Yeah.
We cut back to the arts and crafts project that they've been working very hard on after being belittled at their school gymnasium by Matt. This crafts project.
Yep, that's the boss.
That's the boss.
This is all you gotta do to it.
Bunt.
And I love the voices that you hear every time they set it up. Oh, and
Yeah.
by the way, the arts
Oh.
and crafts project, Matt, also comes in with a death laser built in.
Oh, cool.
Don't ask me how that's possible, but basically the main gist of the cutout boss here is that you will want to launch out of the barrel that is flashing, because that's where the cutout will be located. Though don't get too cannon happy, because you can't attack him while he's attacking as well, and there will come a point where he'll start faking you out.
Oh, and yeah, James, explain to him what happens if you are too late or you shoot off into the wrong distance.
If you shoot the wrong
no.
way, or if the cutout manages to actually evade the Kong just in time, that Kong will be up for the rest of the battle, and you will swap to whoever's next on the list.
Right, like it's in, right. Like, oh
Like so!
no!
Oh boy.
Bye, Lanky.
Next up to bat is Tiny.
Because again, it's like it's implied that you just fired them off into the abyss. So
Oh, then by the way, the flashing lights there will also be more than one flashing light. So there comes a point where you're gonna actually have to pay attention to the background to actually figure out where the cutout is.
it is a very interesting idea for a boss, and it's just silly enough for Donkey Kong to make it makes sense.
Yeah, I like it just fine. I can definitely agree it can be a little tricky to judge at the worst of times, but otherwise I do think it is one of the more interesting bosses in, honestly, I'd argue the whole series.
And
Damn.
again, the voice work of whatever Kremlin is piloting this thing.
They've got octaves of pure Troctanium.
That's it. Come on.
Whoa.
Nice. I think that's all. I think we've almost done it.
Well, folks, I do believe we have made Rool an amputee.
Oh, jeez. Also, he's going nuts. Oh, I can already hear he's going nuts. You've made him crazy again.
Yep. Again?
Yes. I mean, who else would think to combine a bumblebee with a buzzsaw? But I do also,
Yeah, me.
but I do also like the connotation of what's happening. Oh!
Hey!
But I do like the connotation of thinking in my head that like what's happening here is we've
Oh,
already seen
Chunky's turn.
we've seen K. Rool getting desperate with using all these enemies and stuff. This is all of his Kremlins getting desperate of crap. We have no more big monsters. I don't know. Fuck, put this to hurry. We need to stop him somehow.
Got him.
Oh, good.
Now just do the 2 more times, and I think that'll be the end of the battle.
You can do this. So, hi Matt. What do you guys think of all this?
It's a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
I like it. Honey, can we get a laser?
Only if there are sharks attached to them.
Yes! Sharks with freaking laser beams!
Chunky can barely hold much more of these launchings to the thing.
You
Damn.
got this. You got this.
It's causing Chunky brain damage.
I thought Chunky already had brain damage.
Well, don't worry, Chunky. Now you have bigger problems to think about now.
Now it's DK's turn.
Okay. Oh, careful.
Oh.
It gets the timing gets very tight by the end. It's almost like you have to just get lucky and hope you're facing the right direction to spot him.
Yeah.
Right?
And now.
Boom!
Yeah.
And naturally, DK would be the one to lay the final hit.
No more laser beams. You're done.
And that's it.
And the Kremlins are like,
Right.
well,
Ooh.
now what?
Shall we run for our lives?
Yes, indubitably.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's the boss, and that guy's like, where's everybody?
Did the plan work?
I can't see it. I never cut any eye holes into these. He's stopping him.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute. Oh,
And
he
he's like,
stopped.
oh, this is not good.
No, it's not good at all.
Anyway, we did it.
That's
Yay!
That's it. We are officially done with the major worlds of the game. Frippy Castle is more or less cleaned up. And DK has some nightmares to repress.
So,
Well, it happens.
oh my gosh, yeah, join us is like we almost have all 200 or so of the bananas.
Damn.
Yep, so stay tuned next part as we more or less wrap up.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Finally.
Woohoo!
Well, I'm gonna stay in this castle, guys. I'll be here. This is my home now.